He reached fame by being the shoe-throwing sidekick of Dr. Evil and Austin Powers. Joseph Stoon's character wanted nothing more than to get rid of the British secret agent, but he failed, every time, much to the amusement of the public. But in real life, no one got away with laughing at Joseph Stoon. Let's talk about it. It was not a secret that Joseph had a hard time controlling his temper, including in the year 2008. Joseph repeatedly kicked against a friend's car door, and because no one could calm him down, the police was called. Now at most, this was a case of property damage. But still, the police decided to take a DNA swab from Joseph, and as it would turn out, kicking a car door was the least violent crime he had ever committed. Not only was he a criminal that the police had been looking for nearly 2 decades, he was a sadist. It was Christmas Eve 1990 when a young woman was hanging out with her friends at Huntington Beach in California. A few minutes before midnight, the young woman had decided that she wanted to go home, but since her friends wanted to stay, she decided to walk home alone. A horrific mistake. As the woman later recounted, she felt like someone was watching her the entire walk, and it would turn out to be true. Halfway to her home, a man shot out of the bushes and grabbed the young woman. That man, as it would later turn out, was none other than Joseph Stoon. He, along with his accomplice, dragged the young woman to his car. There they tried to squeeze her eyes out with their fingers. They beat her with a gun and punched nearly all her teeth out. One of them even ripped her hair out. All the while, one of the men kept screaming at her that she would die that night. All of this torture led the woman to being nearly unconscious. But the worst was unfortunately yet to come. The 2 men raped her for hours, and unfortunately they drove her to such an isolated spot that no one heard the young woman's desperate screams. But the woman wasn't ready to give up, and she begged and pleaded for her life. And despite his earlier promise, they decided to let her go. They covered her eyes with their own pants and dropped her off at the side of the road, where dog walkers found her in the morning. And for 18 years, this crime remained unsolved. That was until Joseph decided to get into a fight with his friend. The DNA matched the semen found on the woman in 1990, and Joseph was immediately charged with aggravated assault and rape. And he was found guilty. He was then transferred to the Wasco State Prison. Unfortunately for Joseph, he still hadn't learned to control his anger. He got into a fight with his cellmate, Thomas Graham. Like him, a convicted sex offender. The fight got so out of hand that Thomas took a deadly beating. At around 5:50 p.m., the guards found Thomas' dead body. Joseph got charged again. He would have to spend an additional 27 years for manslaughter in prison. Adding that to his previous charges, Joseph Stoon would be well over 100 years old before he ever got out of prison.